Hey guys, SV from the Electric Boogaloo. Doing a commentary today over a gameplay I got on the map Cargo. I was using the FAL with a reflex. I think I go 34-1. It's a decent gameplay. I mean, high score, I guess. A little bit campy, being that I'm using the FAL. It's not a very aggressive gun, but it's got its strengths and its weaknesses. So, I really don't have a set topic that I'm going to talk about, but I'd like to start with being in high school and the fact that finals are coming up soon. And there have been some just weird things going on lately between upperclassmen, like juniors, seniors, and freshmen. So I'll talk about that, about like kind of how I feel about upperclassmen hanging out with the freshmen. There's my one death. It's just it's the upperclassmen with the freshmen. It's kind of weird. Like, unless you're a complete outcast of the upperclassmen like social circle, you don't really need to be dating or hanging out with freshmen and stuff like that on a regular basis. It's just not really appropriate, for one. I mean, it's just real awkward, I would think, because if you're 17 years old hanging out with 14-year-olds, sleeping over their houses and stuff like that, like, I know that a lot of the upperclassmen are gonna date the freshmen because they say, oh, they're young, they're stupid, they don't know what we want from them, which is usually sexual things. Like, if a junior, per se, is going to date a freshman, it's usually because he thinks he can get in her pants, to say it in a nice way. But, yeah, it's kind of like wrong to me. Just, I was talking to one of the upperclassmen pitchers at baseball the other day, and he was saying like how he thought one of the freshmen were hot, and I was like, oh, then go after her or whatever, because it was locker room talk. But he goes, no, her brother, have you seen her brothers? They're gigantic. And he goes, they were just in high school, they know why juniors date freshmen. And it just hit me right then and there that all the freshman girls, and even some of the guys, upperclassmen girls dating guys, for that usually doesn't happen. Because if a girl's like, I don't want to sound mean here, but if a girl's unattractive, she's unattractive to guys in all grades. But if a guy is unattractive to juniors, some freshmen may find him attractive simply because he's junior and he can drive and he's got a job and money and things like that are assets that they want to see in their like boyfriends and whatnot. They think, oh, they're like really cool and stuff for dating upperclassmen, but they do not realize that the only reason they're getting like dated is because they have a vagina and the guys are horny. I was also going to talk about finals, which are coming up pretty soon. It's like middle of May now, so finals for us will be maybe in a week and a half. Maybe 2 weeks. I'll give it 2. But it's always a stressful time. I know college finals just ended, so props to you guys, whoever just took those. Anybody who's maybe in middle school, elementary possibly. You guys don't have to deal with finals yet, but if you're coming into high school, you're going to soon. It's not really as hard as everybody says they are. Everybody really, really stresses out over them. I never really have. I know I'm just a freshman. I've only taken them once, but I did take them last semester, and I barely studied, and I did pretty well. I think my lowest final grade was a B, actually. So, and it's not that my classes are easy. I actually take all advanced courses. I'm in some sophomore courses. So is CJ. We all are the gifted program type kids. But like when you get into taking your finals, I firmly believe that if you study for hours and hours on end, you will not do well at all. Because, for one, you get way too nervous, you stress out a lot, and you forget what you studied. Because, for one, studying's boring as shit, and you're not going to pay attention after 2 hours of reading the same material over and over. You're just going to kind of lose it there. So if I'm gonna like try and study hard for something, I'll pretty much study in like 20-minute, 30-minute intervals, and in between the 20 and 30 minutes that we're studying, I'll just kind of maybe go outside and sit on the porch and have a popsicle or something like that. And actually, sometimes for smaller, even just normal tests, quizzes, things like that, that Connor or CJ and I can do, we actually will just hop in a PS3 lobby, PSN, and uh, quiz each other on the facts and the vocabulary and things like that, like kind of terms that we have to know for the test. We'll just quiz each other while we play, because you're gonna be talking in your mic either way. Why not study? It's not. People say like, oh, you can't study in front of the TV. You can't study while you're focusing on other things. I honestly think that's the opposite, because when I study, I cannot focus unless there's something else going on. I'll be FaceTiming somebody or on PSN, or just I just won't focus. I won't study. I won't remember anything. I won't retain the information. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comments what you guys do to study, if you have any tricks. Yeah, see you guys.